Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. The Council of Elders have vowed that they are going to protect Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi's marriage with everything they have got. And they said even the tape even leaked where the way that these elders have protected, in fact, the way they spoke about this union between Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi have made people very happy in Ile-Ife this time. People are happy. Some people were crying when they, listen to that tape. However, that tape leaked, nobody is taking responsibility for it right now, but that is what is going on. They said they will protect, that they are tired of people acting as if Kabiyesi is a robot who does not have feelings, who does not have the right to, love whoever he wants to love, that they are not going to let that to continue to happen. Again, as we are hearing, they said the Council of Elders of Ile-Ife gathered again in the ancestral hall, this time under far more serious circumstances. The air was tense with deep frowns lining the faces of almost every elder present there. It was a closed meeting, no junior chief, no aides, no palace staff were allowed inside. Only the highest ranking custodians of tradition sat in that, circular chamber surrounded by towering pillars carved with the stories of their forefathers. Now, what had reached them that the bitterness among certain royal houses, especially the La Popogi, now, and a few smaller allied compounds, was growing. They were still, pushing quiet scheme to dislodge Queen Naomi's newfound position beside the Ooni of Ife. Some were whispering that their nieces and daughters were being deliberately overlooked in palace affairs, and these same houses were fanning the flames of discontent, hoping that once again Queen Naomi would be pushed out and confusion will come. But this time, the elders are determined that history would never, ever repeat itself again in Ile-Ife. It will never happen. They had watched the pain that had unfolded in the Ooni of Ife's, life with Queen Naomi when Queen Naomi left. They had witnessed the Ooni's sleepless night, his withdrawn mood, the repeated private consultations with the Araba and other diviners, all trying to find spiritual reason for the heaviness in his heart. Likewise, they had seen Queen Naomi struggle in silence, bearing disgrace and betrayal without publicly attacking anyone, always carrying herself with quiet dignity. They saw the struggle, they saw everything, they saw the full moon ritual, everything that this couple went through, When the Ooni and, Naomi found their way back to each other's life, with the third full moon ritual, many elders took it as a sign that the ancestors themselves wanted this union restored. It was for this reason that nearly 98% of the most powerful elders had now formed a solid bloc, a protective faction, vowing that they would never again allow political meddling to destroy the king's marriage and the king's happiness again. Never. We no go gree. We go stand. We go fight them, bone to bone, man to man, muzzle to muzzle. We will fight this time. That is exactly what we heard that they are saying. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delarama. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. Is still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you and share and do well, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now at the meeting, Chief Lasisi Adetoro, the Balogun of Odua warrior, stood up. His booming voice left no room for doubt. He said plainly that they were done entertaining, petty complaints from families who felt their daughters were being ignored. He said that if the king found peace only in Queen Naomi, then it was their duty as elders to preserve that peace by all means necessary. Even if it meant stepping into darker traditional path. He pointed to the Ooni's throne, which sat empty at the head of the hall, and declared that the king was not a lifeless, carving to be manipulated. He is not a robot. Chief Lasese said, okay, he breathes, he bleeds, he loves, and he deserves to love whoever he wants to love, whoever his life, goes for. Then Elder Efonsetan Ajaguna, the Araba Awo, who was seated near the east pillar, lifted his, short ritual staff and swore by the spirit of the ancestors that no force, be it from within the palace or from external royal houses, would ever again break the bond between the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. He said if it took fetish means to blind the eyes of mischief makers, so be it. If it meant sending spiritual warnings to stubborn families, they were prepared. He said the happiness of the Ooni of Ife was not a toy for children, and that the days of palace gossip tearing apart sacred unions were over. They are not going to allow that happen again. They said another one again, Chief Olowo Aderibigba. Hey, Aderigbe, representing the Ogboni Lodge, leaned forward and addressed the elders with chilling clarity. He said they had tolerated too much foolishness in the past out of fear of offending powerful families. This time he promised that any elder who continued to play politics with the Ooni's private life would be personally disgraced. Whether they were from, the lap, the giddy giddy, or, they are from anywhere, no matter how big they are, that nobody will spare them this time. They will all be disgraced because they are collectively going to fight. Then at that moment, Chief Adewomi Fagbaye, the Apena of Ife, who holds the ceremonial record, stood up to confirm that they would finalize this oath. He said they would document this decision in the sacred ancestral record so that in the future, everybody will know that if you go against Ooni of Ife, you try to drag his wife away from him, you play politics with his love, and that Kabiyesi has been through a lot. He has suffered so much. He's a good king. He does not deserve this, that they are going to stand up. They are going to fight for him. They are going to do everything that is within their power to ensure that they fight for Kabiyesi and make sure that Kabiyesi stays happy, because Kabiyesi, it deserves the happiness. And if that happiness comes from only one woman, Olori Naomi, so be it. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.